Oh, really? Okay, they have two babies. I haven't watched them in a while, and the last time I was watched Dakora was when I think the one eagle went missing. So, so Walter does his best. A Frenchie adventure in kindness and muddy paws. Hello, Mint Kitty. Hello, Anna. Still having issues turning pages. Hopefully that'll resolve itself at some point. All right. Hey there. I am Walter. I live with my mom in New York City. I sleep. I eat. I really, really like treats. But exercise? For a snack. First, I don't know what that means, but it must be in doggy language. I hate walks. I know people who think dogs like to walk. Well, I don't. And it says Walter's mommy going, Walter, please try to be good. We got a lot to do today. A good dog is kind and helpful and obedient. Oh my biscuits, there's a good, kind, and helpful dogs. And she gets to ride in a car. No, walking. And it says, I bet that car has treats. I bet that dog can see everything from in there. I want to ride in a car. I can be a good dog too. Good dogs help their neighbors. George's flower beds always need work, and I'm a good digger. I can fertilize, and I can water. Walter, I'm a good dog. Look at me. Good dogs are kind to strangers. I like my comfy spot. But that guy needs a seat. Here you go, sir. Arrgh! Walter! I'm a good dog. Look at me. Good dogs are thoughtful. My friend Gabby is sad. I can fix that. Walter, I'm a good dog. Look at me. I've been such a good dog. I'm basically a super dog. It's time for a ride. Walter, but I'm a good dog. No. Fine. I can be even better. Good dogs pitch in when others are in trouble. Watch out! Stop! Screech, bam, honk. Walter! I'm a good dog. Look at me. Now that's dangerous in New York City. Good dogs make people smile. My mom loves when I show off my tricks. Sit, stand, spin, woohoo! Splash, splitter, splatter, smash. Walter, I'm a good dog. Look at me. Good dogs encourage others. This poor actor, this crowd is giving him nothing. I will give him everything I've got. Walter! Shh! You two, out of here. I'm actually kind of surprised because, one, they're allowing dogs in the theater. First, I was a good dog all day, and no one even noticed. I encouraged, I helped, I pitched in when there was a need, I was thoughtful, I was kind, and now I'm tired. You like the sign there? Gershwin. That's cool. Gershwin. This is what I get after a long day of trying to be good. A bath. I hate baths. I hate having my nails clipped. And I hate that thing out of my ears. Grrr. Walter, come along. I have a surprise for you. Walter, you don't have to be perfect to be kind. You don't even have to get it right all the time. And even though you think no one notices, people do. Walter, I am so glad I have you. Oh my biscuits, look at me. I am a good dog. And that is the end of Walter Does Her Best, and says, Walter is Eva's French bulldog. Walter enjoys belly rubs, large pillows, sporting his photograph, and lots of treats. He does not like walks. Hello, London girl. And it looks like this is his Instagram, Walter Unleashed. All right. So we're going to keep it in New York. All right. And we are going to read The Cats on My Block. So if anybody's in a New York state of mind, 100% of the profits from the sale of this book will go to the Humane Society of New York's feral cat population. Dedicated to my favorite person in the entire universe, BL. Special thanks to Megan, a true friend to the cats in New York City. And it says, somewhere in New York City. And do you notice the cat cloud up here? Does that sound like somewhere in New York City? Toink, toink. Luke, look at those paw prints. I wonder what animal made them. How is my arm? It's getting better. I'm going to physical therapy for my shoulder though. And let me tell you, that is brutal. You know, it's getting better. I'm still not, they said the feeling in my hand, it could take up to a year to get the feeling back. So hopefully I'll get it. I mean, I'm doing better. Like I can cup a little bit like this, but I still can't. I still have pins and needles in my fingers and things like that. So hopefully that'll lessen. Willow, the cats on my block made them. Look, there's one now. Luke, wow, let's go out and pet them. Willow, these cats are feral. They cannot be petted or picked up. Willow, feral cats live outside. Yeah, a year, I know. It's a pain. Luke, so they're homeless? Willow, no. The indoors is their home. Yeah, most of the scab is gone. So, and most of the scab is gone on my elbow too. Or yeah. Willow, my neighbor Keith is their caregiver. He gives the cats fresh food and water every morning and evening. Willow, Keith is a good neighbor. After the cats have eaten, he cleans up so there is no mess left behind. Luke. Look! A litter of kittens. Keith. A mother showed up this morning with her 3 babies. When the kittens are old enough to get along without their mother, I will get her spayed at the veterinarian so there won't be any more litters born. There are too many cats and kittens already, and not enough indoor homes for all of them. TNR stands for trap, neuter, and return. Keith, this is called trap, neuter, return, or TNR for short. It means that the cats are trapped because they can't be picked up and taken to their veterinarian. The vet will spay the females and neuter the males so they cannot have more litters. They will also get their vaccinations at a left ear tip. Next, they will rest and recover inside for several days. Then they will be released exactly where they were trapped, and the colony will be cared for every day by a caregiver like me. Luke, what will happen to the kittens? Keith, these kittens are young enough to be tamed. I will socialize them and then find good people to adopt them so they can live indoors. Luke, why do the cats have one pointy ear and one flat ear? Keith, the flat ear is called an ear tip. It is on the left ear. The veterinarian does this as a way to mark which cats have been spayed or neutered and had their vaccinations. The vet leaves the right ear pointy. Can you tell which cat is the kitten's mother? Willow. The white one. Luke, because she does not have a left ear tip. So you see the ear tip here and then no ear tip. Luke, where do the cats go when it rains or snows? Just let me take a real quick... Hey, Jenny, look a book I have that I'm going to read. Remember this? So I will read this after I'm finished this book now. Luke, where do the cats go when it rains or snows? Willow, Keith built shelters for the cats. They go inside them when it rains or snows or gets really cold. The shelters have straw insulation inside to keep the cats warm and dry. Doesn't that kitty look like a popcorn? Luke, do the cats have names? Do they have different personalities? Keith, yes. All the cats have names, and each one has a different personality. They have complex and caring relationships with each other, just like people. I know and love these cats, even though I cannot pet or pick them up. Meet the cats. And then we got the cats. We got star, sky, comet, moon dust, and cloud. The kittens are named Starry Night, Midnight, and Moonlight. Very groovy names. Groovy. Star is a 7-year-old female, companion of Sky, mother of Comet and Cloud. Favorite pastimes include chasing butterflies and rolling in the grass. Sky, 7-year-old male, companion of Star. Father of Comet and Cloud, loves music and visits from his children. Comet, 6-year-old male, the son of Star and Sky, brother of Cloud, knows his name and comes when called. Cloud, 6-year-old female, daughter of Star and Sky, sister of Comet, keeps a watchful eye on the new kittens. Moondust, female, age unknown, mother of the 3 kittens, spends her time teaching her kittens how to be independent. And look at the picture and look at the kitties behind her. Notice that she doesn't have an ear tip. Moondust kittens spend their days playing and sleeping. Starry Night is a 6-week-old female. She is curious about her surroundings and all the new cats and people in her life. Midnight is a 6-week-old male. He is outgoing and likes to surprise his siblings. Moonlight, 6-week-old female. She is shy and loves to nap in the shelter. Luke, I'm so happy the cats have a caregiver to give them fresh food, clean water, a warm, dry shelter, and love. And then the kid says, me too. Hello, Kyle. Meow. The end. So that is about the community cats somewhere in New York City. So let's go down 90 minutes. Oh no, you know what I promised? I'm sorry. I did promise we're going to read the Popcorn book. So, and this is in honor of the former FFRC kitty Popcorn. You guys remember that she had a heck of a personality. All right, and now a word from our sponsor. Mom, can we make some popcorn? Hello, Candy. Here, let me make some room for you. There we go. There you go. You come up. There we go. Mom, can we make some popcorn? Yes, the popcorn's in the refrigerator. Yummy. I wonder why Mom keeps the popcorn in the refrigerator. I don't know. I will go look it up. And do you notice that there are 2 orange kitties? Hello. Hello. Here it is. Popcorn is best stored in a tight jar in the refrigerator, so the kernels keep their moisture. Boy, this is interesting. Listen. Popcorn is the oldest of the 3 main types of corn. There is field corn, which we feed to animals like cattle and pigs, sweet corn, which is the kind we eat, and popcorn. Look at all those orange kitties. Canby's keeping me. I gotta stop so I can pet the Canby girl. Canby girl. Canby loves having her chin scratched. She loves that. Yes, you do. The indigenous peoples of the Americas discovered popcorn thousands of years ago. The Aztecs called popcorn momochitli and used it for food and decoration. The Lucayan people of present-day San Salvador ate and sold popcorn and used it as jewelry. Before they arrived in the 15th century, Spanish colonizers had never seen popcorn before. But popcorn is even older than that. In a bat cave in New Mexico, archaeologists found some popped corn that was 5,600 years old. And by 1,000-year-old popcorn kettles, and 1,000-year-old popcorn kettles were found in Peru. They could still be popped. The indigenous peoples of the Americas had many different ways to pop popcorn. One way was to put an ear of corn on a stick and hold it over a fire. Oiling the cob could keep kernels attached, even when they popped. The Ho-Chunk, also known as the Winnebago, were particularly fond of oiled corn on the cob. And it says, now, the cooking oil. Jenny, Magic was actually right by my feet before, but he has not sniffed my shoes or or has not chewed at my laces today yet. So, but he was here. Another way was to throw the kernels right in the fire by the handful. The popcorn popped out all over the place, so there was a lot of bending and running around to gather it up. The people of the Haudenosaunee, also called the Iroquois Confederacy, popped corn in clay pots. They would fill the pots with hot sand, throw in some popcorn, and stir it with a stick. When the corn popped, it came to the top of the sand and was easy to get. So now the kids are cooking their popcorn and says, okay, now it's hot enough to add a few kernels. Hello, Danielle. People of many indigenous nations were fond of popcorn soup. And the kids are like, soup? The Algonquins introduced popcorn to English colonists. The colonists liked it so much that they served popped corn for breakfast with cream poured on it. Today, Americans consume 14 billion quarts of popcorn annually. That's 43 quarts per person. 30% is eaten out at movies, ball games, and county fairs. But 70% is popped right at home. Oh, goody! The popcorns are popping. The kernels are popping. That means the oil must be ready. People in the Midwest buy more popcorn than in any other part of the United States. Milwaukee and Minneapolis are the top popcorn eating cities, followed by Chicago and Seattle. And the kid says, now I'll put more kernels in the pan and turn the heat up. Do you like popcorn, Kimby? You like popcorn? Now, here's the part I read first. Popcorn is best stored in a tight jar in the refrigerator so that the kernels keep their moisture. If the kernels dry out, there will be too many Old Maids left at the bottom of the pan. Old Maids are unpopped kernels. Yes, Minneapolis. If the popcorn does dry out, you can add 1 or 2 tablespoons of water to the jar and shake it until the water is absorbed. And then that one kid says, it doesn't look like enough. Popcorn only pops because the heart of the kernel is moist and pulpy and surrounded by a hard starch shell. When the kernel is heated, the moisture turns to steam and the heart gets bigger until the shell bursts with a pop. Are you sure you didn't put too much popcorn in the pan? Of course not, silly. Some people tell the story that inside each kernel of popcorn lives a little man. When his house is heated, he gets so mad that he blows up. Yeah, but I bet your teeth don't like the old maids, Mint Kitty. There are different types of popcorn, different kinds of popcorn. White hulless and yellow hulless are the ones most commonly sold in stores. The smallest type is called strawberry because it has red kernels and the ears look like strawberries. Rainbow has red, white, yellow, and blue kernels. It is sometimes called calico. Calico. That reminds me. Do you know any calicos there, Canby? There is black popcorn too, but it all pops white. The biggest kernels are called dynamite and snow puff. After popcorn is popped, most people like to put melted butter and salt on it. But if salt is put in the pan before the kernels are popped, it makes the popcorn tough. So now the kids are like, shake, shake, shake. They're shaking the pan and they're getting the popcorn ready. There are many stories about popcorn. One of the funniest and best known comes from America's Midwest. One summer, it was so hot and dry that all of the popcorn in the fields began to pop. In no time at all, the sky was filled with flying popcorn. It looked so much like a blizzard, everyone put on mittens and scarves and got out the snow shovels. All right, Mike Abe. You're a big tease. Help! I have a blizzard too. I knew you put too much popcorn in the pan. Okay, if you're so smart, what do we do now? I know. The best thing about popcorn is eating it. And then there's a little recipe for popcorn. There are two terrific ways to pop popcorn. They got Friday night popcorn, and then they got everyday way. Both of them you gotta heat, it's not in the microwave. It's not in the popcorn maker. All right, our next book. We are going to where I grew up, and to the city where I grew up, and also where our Alma came from, and that is the colony cats that are of Philadelphia. All right, we're going to learn about some of the colony cats. So this is called Be Kind to Cats. It's going to be a lot of the same narrative of the New York cats. Be kind to cats. Hi, my name is Bug. I live outside with lots of other feral cats in a big city called Philadelphia. Oh yeah? I wonder if they ever met the colony cats. Even though I follow colony cats on Facebook, and that's colony with a K, cats with a K. I wonder if they were featured. So here is Bug. Today, I am going to teach you all about feral cats and help you understand us better. What is feral, you ask? Feral means that we are very shy and scared. If you get too close, we may run away and hide. Did they? I'll have to look at that, Mint Kitty. I don't even remember them talking about that on their Facebook page. Colony Cats is also on TikTok now, too. Canby, are we keeping you awake? It's not because we are mean or don't like you. Oh yeah, Jenny, I'm glad you liked it. It's not like we are mean or don't like you, but because we have never been socialized or taught how to interact with people. Always remember, never to touch, pet, or pick up a feral cat. Well, I'm gonna look for it. Maybe it's on YouTube. We have two caregivers named Chris and Kia who come to visit us twice a day. They come every day, even when it is raining or snowing, because they love us very much. They bring us lots of yummy food, water, and treats. Some of us hide in the bushes when they arrive, while others rub against their legs. But we are always happy to see them. Sometimes we even purr and wag our tails to show them how much we love them. Chris and Kia like to sing to us sometimes while they are feeding us, and we really enjoy it. Sometimes we sing back to them in our very own way. Meow, meow, meow. At night, if it is cold, snowing, or raining outside, we sleep in our really cool feral cat shelters that our caregivers made for us. And then it gives you the instructions of how to make the feral cat shelters. Cut a hole and insulate, fill with straw, and then you have a cozy cat. They are like little houses for cats. They are filled with lots of straw that keeps us warm, cozy, and dry. You may have noticed by now that I have one pointy ear and one square ear. The square ear is called an ear tip. That means that our caregivers took us to the animal hospital and the veterinarian spayed the females and neutered the males. So we cannot have any litters of cats. Spaying and neutering keeps us happy and healthy. The veterinarian also gives us vaccinations and an ear tip. After the veterinarian spays or neuters us, our caregivers return us to our outdoor home a couple days later. We all have names. We like to hang out with each other and nap together. We are all best friends. Feral cats like to have fun too. Some of the things that I really enjoy doing are napping in the grass, bird watching, chasing insects, and watching people walk by. I hope that you learned a lot today about feral cats. But most importantly, I hope that you will always remember to be kind to all cats, even feral cats like myself. And I'm going to read something right. I don't think this is done yet. We all deserve love and respect. If you see a cat outside, never try to chase it or scare it away. Do not try to touch it or pick it up, and always tell an adult. So do not chase, do not scare, always tell an adult. Maybe when you are all grown up, you can help cats in your neighborhood by being a caregiver for feral cats or a veterinarian. The correct way to spell cats is C-A-T-S. This book is about our group of feral cats that we have named the Colony Cats, K-A-T-S. just check my phone for a second. Oh, it's Jillian. Feral. Feral cats live all over the world, not just Philadelphia. Oh. So, Craig is on. He just sent me this picture of one of my favorite kitties. Is that popcorn? Or is that... Oh, I think that's popcorn. Okay. Yeah. This is a feeding station. A feeding station keeps food and water safe from rain and snow. When a feral cat needs to go to the veterinarian, their caregiver will trap them in a feral cat trap. Thank you, Sue. It does not hurt or harm the cat. It is safe. It is a safe way to transport them to and from the animal hospital. Facts. Not all feral cats have an ear tip. A veterinarian is a doctor for cats and other animals. The process of taking a feral cat to the veterinarian and have them spayed or neutered and returning them to their outdoor home is called TNR, Trap, Neuter, Returned. We do it. And that is it for... Now, I wanted to tell you about the colony cats. These two ladies manage, I think it's 7 different feral cat colonies. And it's in like it's a pretty rough part of Philadelphia. Some of what they do is in areas that I grew up not that far away from. But if you ever follow colony cats, there's always new cats. Somebody might decide they don't want their cat anymore and basically throws them on the street. There's always new cats with the colony, and if they notice that the cat is tame, they'll try to see if they can find a foster or even adopt them out. So they do a really great job. I think that's the whole thing. They will try their hardest to get them adopted. Hello, Sidewinders. So it says, Bug is part of a feral colony called the Colony Cats, located in Philadelphia, PA. Join Bug as he takes you on a journey through his life, teaching you all about kindness and feral cats. There we are. Hello, Caden. All right. So I got 2 books left, and Canvy is sitting on them. So the next book we're going to read is Pico. It is so cold here in the woods. I don't even know how I got here. One minute I was riding in a warm car, and the next minute I was tossed into these cold, dark woods. It is so scary here. Surely someone will come looking for me. Shh! I hear a voice. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. I'm not too sure about this person. I don't know her, but I'm very hungry, and I smell some food. Maybe just one bite, and then I'll run away. Oh, this tastes so good. She has a nice voice. She seems very friendly. Oh, now she's petting me. Well, that's not so bad. In fact, this is pretty nice. Yeah, absolutely, Stacy. There's a lot of angels out there, that are just, they do so much good work, so even if a kitty is feral, they have somebody that can take care of them. Hello, Monica, how are you? The soft-voiced lady picks me up and takes me into her kitchen. I'd like to keep you, but I already have 2 cats and I just don't have room for another, she says. But I know someone who just might want to adopt a kitten as cute as you are. Soon I hear another woman talking. Of course we'll adopt him. He can be an indoor cat. I'm sure our dogs, Maggie and Cody, will like him. I'll make an appointment with the veterinarian to make sure he is healthy and that he will be able to have a good life, even though he does have this disability. The next day, the lady takes me to the veterinarian. Other than his obvious challenges, thank you, Cat, thank you. He is perfectly healthy, she says. I'm so glad that you're willing to give him a home. He really will be able to adjust and live a very normal life. We are going to name him Pico because he is orange and his purring is as comforting as a cup of tea, says my new lady. It sounds like a good name to me. That is a great name. That is a great name for an orange cat. A really wonderful name. Disability? I can't imagine what disability I have. What could it be? Is it something bad? Is it something I'm missing? I guess I'll have to check with my new friends, Maggie and Cody, to see what a disability is. I didn't realize that this kitty had a disability. Maggie is a very tall golden retriever. Maybe being short is my disability. But no, I don't think so. I'm almost as tall as Cody, the Sheltie. And nobody says that he has a disability. No, being short is not a disability. Maybe it's having a small nose. Maggie's is big and black, but Cody's is quite small. I can sniff at treats just like they do. I can smell my dinner just like they do. Now, having a small nose isn't a disability. Bang, bang, bang! There's a clue. Maggie's tail is long and very strong. It makes quite a bang when she hits furniture with it. But my tail is very lovely too. It stands up tall as I walk along, and it is much longer than Cody's. Now my tail is just right for me. That isn't my disability. Hey, here's a possibility. Big ears. But if ears are only used for hearing, mine are just fine. I can hear the birds outside singing. I can hear my people open a can of my dinner from clear upstairs. I can hear the wind swishing through the trees outside the screen door. Maggie's ears are much bigger than mine, but Cody's are just a little taller than mine. Now, my small ears are not my disability. There's the vacuum cleaner again. My people are always complaining about the dog hair and say they need a vacuum again. Could it be that my disability is that I don't shed enough hair? I thought that I was leaving plenty on the back of the couch, and just yesterday, my lady said that I was getting some hair all over her coat. Nah, something else must be my disability. Woof, woof, yip, yip. There they go again, barking at the neighbor's cat. Cody even barks at the neighbor's car. Silly dogs. Could it be that my quiet purr is my disability? Well, I could do more than purr. Yow! Yow! Wow! Wow, is that a great noise? That was almost as loud as Maggie's bark. Thank you, Dave. Thank you so much. Now, I don't think that my voice is a disability. Squish, squish, squish. Here comes Maggie in from the rain. I could almost drown in the puddles her big paws leave on the floor. My paws are so tiny compared to hers, but Cody has much smaller paws. In fact, mine are almost the same size as hers. No small paws are not my disability. Here comes Maggie across the kitchen floor. She has long toenails that tap, 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 tap when she walks. Cody's toenails don't make as much noise, and his are so much smaller. Well, that could be my disability. Mine don't make any noise at all. But if I made noise when I walked, how could I sneak up on a fly? Nah, having quiet feet is not my disability. Maybe my disability is something that I can't do that my friends can. I guess I'll just have to ask them. I can't imagine that they can do anything that I can't if I set my mind to it. In fact, I can do lots of things that they can't. I can climb the tree in the sunroom. I can hide under the couch. I can crawl into the clothes dryer and sleep in the clothes basket. I appreciate the nice comments, everybody. Thank you. I can walk on the countertops until my people catch me. Why, that could be, what could I possibly missing? Here come Maggie and Cody. They will tell me what my disability is. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Cody. I am supposed to have a disability, but I don't know what it is. Is a disability bad? Should I try to lose it? Well, Pico, says Maggie, a disability is something that makes your life more challenging for you. Your disability is that you cannot see. You are blind. I recognized it right away because before I came to live here, I was a seeing eye dog. That means that I led the way for a girl who was blind, so I know all about it. Wow! Blind! I would have never guessed that was my disability. I'm so glad that it's not something important that I'm missing. A disability isn't such a bad thing to have after all. It just makes my life more challenging, and challenges are a good thing. Now, I hear a fly buzzing in the sunroom that I need to catch. So the back has about the real life Pico. The little kitten was cold, alone, and afraid. What a kind voice and the smell of food entices him to come out of the woods. He finds himself taken to a warm kitchen. Unable to keep him, his rescuer contacts her neighbor, asking if she would be willing to adopt the kitten. Already the owner of 2 cats, one more would pose no problem, but a trip to the veterinarian reveals that this kitten has a disability. A decision needed to be made, and the kitten's life depended on it. This is the story of compassion and acceptance, challenge, and courage. It is a message of encouragement to any who face disabilities and reassurance to those they love. When the little yellow kitten became part of the Newland household, he reintroduced Candace Brothers' words. There are lots of things worse than being blind. He and several of Candace's family friends faced the challenges of blindness, so that it is only natural that this story should come to be as an encouragement to others who face disabilities. Candace and her husband lived in West Central Ohio. How's that? That can't be any more than a couple hours from here. Now I'm going to have to look them up. With a menagerie of dogs, cats, and horses. Books have always been a part of her life as a librarian and educator. Besides reading, her passions are gardening, roller skating, and horseback riding. An advocate of animal rescue, most of the family pets have come through rescue operations, and a portion of the proceeds from the sale of this book will be used to support local rescue missions. And then it says, oh, this gets even better. Hello, Brendan. How are you? Suzanne is an artist who lives in Northwest Ohio. Northwest Ohio, that's where we are. Now I'm going to have to look everybody up and see where they are and let them know that we read their book here. She lives in Northwest Ohio with her husband, children, and golden retriever, Gracie. She has been painting and making art since her childhood and still uses a wooden drawing table she received on her 14th birthday. Her illustrations are painted in watercolor and drawn with pen and ink on heavy paper. So she must be the artist. Okay. When not painting in watercolor or mixed media collage, she enjoys card making, bookmaking, and gardening. In the summer months, she moves her studio outside to paint among her summer gardens. Suzanne's artwork has won many awards and have been exhibited in galleries along the East Coast. Very cute book. But I wanted to show you the real-life Pico. That's Pico. That's a cute book, huh? So I'm going to have to look them up and see if they, see if there's any more information on them. Hello, Jory. Oh, we got one more book. I think it's a good book to end on today. And we've read this before a long time ago. It's called Kindness is My Superpower. A children's book about empathy, kindness, and compassion. Hello, I am Lucas, just an ordinary boy, and this is Teddy, my favorite toy. I like to eat candy, jellies, and cakes, but sometimes I make some mistakes. Thank you, Norma. I appreciate that. You see, yesterday I was in a bad mood, so I did something very, very rude. Hello, Ms. M. I teased my friend Lisa for her glasses, and I made her cry throughout all of her classes. Yeah, I have the Dewey one, the Dewey the Library. I have that somewhere. Which is a perfect cat name for a library cat. When I got home, I saw my mom. She put my hand into her gentle palm. She told me, honey, your friend Lisa is so sad. What you did was wrong and bad. You leaving? Are you leaving? Huh? Canby has left. She's bored. You need to be kind, she also said. I knew I was wrong, so I bowed my head. What is kindness? I asked my mom for advice. She hugged me tightly, not once, but twice. Kindness is when you say a gentle word. You can be kind to your sister, a puppy, or a bird. You can be kind to someone who is angry and mad. You can be kind to someone who is unhappy and sad. Kindness is when you respect people older than you. Kindness is when you respect the younger ones too. Kindness is when you help everyone in need. Kindness is whenever you do a good deed. I pondered on her words and I couldn't sleep all night. I really wanted to be kind and genuinely polite. So I decided, and there without any warning, that I will become kind in the morning. And in the morning, I was kind, it's true. When Mom made me breakfast, I said, "Thank you." I took off my pajamas, which were soft and red. I put away my toys and made my own bed. Hello, Shaz. On the bus, I showed up the best I can be. I offered the new boy to sit next to me. I helped him find his classroom, too. That was the least that I could do. I said hello to all of my friends. I even shared my crayons and pens. And then I saw Lisa with the sadness in her eyes. I approached her slowly, wanting to apologize. "I'm sorry I teased you yesterday." Lisa smiled and said, "That's okay." And look, there's a kitty on the drawing board. I realized that kindness is super cool, so I was kind beyond just at school. On the playground, I patiently waited for my turn for the slide. And you know what? I felt so happy inside. I was patient and kind, not angry at all. And I found joy in helping a little boy find his lost ball. I picked up the trash, even though it wasn't mine. Kindness and good deeds make my heart shine. When I went with my mom to a nearby store, I helped the lady with the stroller by holding the door. And after we bought my favorite toy and treat, my mom and I helped the old lady crossing the street. I continued to be kind with joy and glee. And at night, at home, my dad fell asleep in front of the TV. He was sleeping on the sofa instead of his bed, so I covered him with a blanket and I kissed his forehead. I helped my little sister tie her shoelace. I was happy to see the smile beaming on her face. Being kind isn't really so hard to make. I went to give my lonely neighbor a piece of cake. I also helped him water the flowers. Kindness does have magical powers. I no longer do the mean things I had done before. I don't tease others, and I don't slam the door. I stopped being selfish and I shared all of my toys. I don't shout around or make disrespectful noise. Kindness is something you can quickly learn when you give and you ask for nothing in return. Helping others is the least you can do. If you are kind, kindness will come back to you. Acts of kindness. A random act of kindness is an unexpected act of kindness done by one person for another without any way to have predicted it. Doing acts of kindness is one of the best activities parents can do with their kids. It's a great way to bond as a family, a lot of fun, and teaches kids about compassion and service. Any act of kindness, no matter how big or small, can make a difference, especially when done intentionally. And then they have simple acts of kindness ideas. Leave someone a kind note. Give a compliment. Hold the door open for someone. Do a chore for a sibling. Create care packages. Give a candy bar to the bus driver. Clean up your room without being asked. Smile. Donate old books. Bring dinner to someone. Tell a family member how much you love them. Help make dinner. Free space. Pick up litter. Give a hug. Write a thank you letter. Bake cookies for firefighters or police. Say thank you when you see service members. Volunteer. Let someone go ahead of you. And then it ends with a quote. As we work to create light for others, we naturally light our own way. So that's it for today. Yeah, we got through 6 books. That's a lot. So that we are going to end at that thought. I wanted to end on a strong note, and how, I don't think there's anything stronger than kindness, right? So I am going to get going. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, London Girl. Good night, Shaz. This might be the last time I see you, Shazzy. Bye, Mike. No problem. Bye, Cat B. Have a good day, everybody. Gotta say thank you, Anna. Thank you, Stacy. And I gotta say goodbye to Sparrow if I see her.